I'm going to throw you a wild-ass curveball with this video because I have been asked by a number of followers to do a reading of my new book, Son of a Bitch, A Family Saga. It's Russ Woody again, whether you like it or not. And this story is about a poor guy named Robert who was stuck in a dysfunctional family. In this particular chapter, he has to visit his brother, his older brother, with news about his mother. For those of you who are fans of My Idiot Cousin Carl, and I don't know why you would be, you will notice that Robert's brother Lenny is very similar to Carl. I have only been to my brother's house maybe twice in the years that he's lived there. I turn into a rural road on the outskirts of Citrus Heights where my GPS lets me know that my destination is to the right and that I should get the fuck out of there. It is a suburban street where bully weeds and fading brown grass grow unchallenged, where lazy fences droop like dirty ocean waves and dark fissures scribble their way across grease-stained driveways. The occasional Harleys, pampered and proud in their black and chrome social defiance, stand in stunning contrast to a sad parade of small square homes in varying stages of decline. It is a neighborhood where neighbors distrust each other, where wild dogs roam free and eat children that wander from their homes. And there, on the right, in the middle of the block, is my brother's house. Curls of drab green paint have begun to peel from its shutters. The living room window has a single crack that wiggles down the length of it, backed on the inside by a thumbtacked bed sheet. It is a map of the Sahara Desert, traversed by a lonely road. A gutter hangs limply from the eave, swoops down to the ground like an old Hot Wheels track. Put more simply, it is a shithole. All of it, this fascinating and stunning panorama, pays homage to the tenacity of pursuing a rock and roll dream without success through several winding decades. At 46, my brother has outlasted a long line of former band members, all pie-eyed dilettantes who have abandoned him and the band, have given up the glamorous world of rock and roll on a shoestring to lead productive lives in a world that actually exists. At 46, his ponytail is primarily gray, gathered mostly from the sides and the back of his head, since only a few lonely strands sweep across the top of his head. At 46, he has embraced low-level effort and nowhere. Rock and roll is a punishing gauntlet at best, even with success, which has not been my brother's problem, so clearly documented in the facial crevices of Keith Richards and the verbal limitations of Ozzy Osbourne. The doorbell doesn't work. In fact, it hangs out of its socket at the end of black and red wires like the eyeball of a crash victim. I knock vigorously for several days and then finally open the door myself and step in. There is no one in the disheveled crap hole of a living room, I'm being kind, nor in the similarly motifed kitchen. It is, after all, only 2 p.m., apparently much too early for my brother to have risen and shined. So there you go. I do hope you pick up a copy, and I do hope it doesn't suck ass. Son of a bitch. It is available at Barnes & Noble and Amazon.com starting May 11th. It is available right now on BookBaby.com, and you can get there through my website, RussWoody.com. Thanks for listening to all this crap.